I wanted to talk a little bit today about something I call multiband effects processing, because that's pretty much what it is. I know multiband compressors are all the rage, but I wanted to see what would happen if you replaced a compressor with something else. So this is kind of how I go about doing that. What you see here is I'm working on this track called Self Isolated. Uh, and I've got this MIDI sequence here that I created for this sound right here. It's just kind of like a mallet sound. And as you'll notice, this particular track is all focused on how many ways I can present one MIDI sequence or performance. So I took that melody line and I ran it through the loop construction kit on Alchemy. As you can see, I've thrown in a CLA compressor on there. And when you listen to it, it sounds like this. Here, I'll solo it up. Just something really simple here. But, I gotta always make it sound a little different. So here's what I do. Multi-band. So first I gotta create the bands. So I'm gonna create an audio track. This one I'm just gonna call low. Add an EQ. And I roll it off to 180. There you go. So at about 180. Duplicate that track. Call this high, and you'll see why in a second, because I want to define my low and high first before I define my mid. So on the high, we'll just turn that off, and we'll bring this up to whatever, 5,000. Alright, so now I know that my range is going to be between 180 and 5K. So now I can duplicate this low track, and I'll want my EQ. Oh man. Oh yeah. You get lost. So 180 here, and we'll fix this. We'll bring it back to here we go. 5,000. All right. It's not perfect, and it really doesn't have to be for what we're about to do with it. All right. So now I'll name this mid. All right. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and bounce these regions to track. And we'll call this rhythm. Sure. Mute. I kind of want to leave these. I don't. In this case, I'm not sold on leaving or dedicating printing this particular track. I may want to do more work to it. So we'll let that do its thing. Alright, so now that we've got that, now I'm just going to duplicate that track to here. Oh, what happened? Not what I wanted to do. I want to duplicate this track. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we'll loop this section. I'm going to mute this. I'm going to mute this guy for a second. Actually, that's all wrong. So, there we go. Alright, so now that we've got low, mid, and high, up the low. And we get like this weird bass kick. So I'll throw a compressor on it. Alright. Alright, here's the mids. That's right. And that's the high. Not too bad. Alright, so let's go back here to the mid. Now what I'll do here is, let's say, add a PSP. I like this. I'm just going to pick one random. Let's go with the Nanosphere. Wow, that just kind of sounds interesting. Let's add in the low. Go to the high. Yeah, there you go. Bring that down a little bit. Alright, I'll go ahead and send this to my drums. And then, you know, maybe to fill it in. There we go. Bring that down. Kind of makes that sound a little more interesting. Man, I love doing this stuff. Alright, here's what the whole track, well, this is what the whole section sounds like in context to the rest of the track. Alright, there we go. Thanks for watching.